So Harry, one other thing that I forgot to mention, and I think is important to note as well, in addition to the actions from Dr. Bull in terms of gutting the funding for the program, which is delaying it till next year. In addition to that, the county council has actually put together a contingency, put some money in contingency so that it's not even available even next year, and it's roughly about $400,000 to $500,000. So they are still deciding whether or not that money will come out of contingency. So that's another thing that we're looking at and we're concerned about as well. So there's two key things. Let's just bring it down to the bottom line. There's two key things that we are asking for. Number one, we want the county council to vote and pull that money out of contingency. We do not want this, we want to make sure that that funding is available. Number two, we want Dr. Ball to come back and find put back into the program $1.7 million that he took out. As Harry said, we have almost a $2 billion budget. We are a county that's one of the richest in the country. And there is absolutely no reason why, out of a $2 billion budget, he cannot find $1.7 million. It's just not acceptable, and it's illogical not to be able to find that amount of money in a $2 billion budget. The other thing that I want to mention before I do anything more, I really want to acknowledge our partners, because they have been working with us and supporting us for several months. And so it'll take a couple of minutes just to go through our partners, make sure that we give credit to them as well. We have the ACLU of Maryland, HOCO Coalition for Immigrant Justice, Howard County Citizens Association, Indivisible HOCO Maryland, Our Revolution Howard County, Progressive Maryland, the African American Community Roundtable of Howard County, the African American Community Roundtable I'm sorry, I said that already, the Chinese American Network for Diversity and Opportunity Can Do, Columbia Democratic Club, the African American Coalition of Howard County, and the Maryland Poor People's Campaign. So we have 11 organizations, and Jake, I'm happy to hear that your organization is supporting us as well. So the question that you may ask, so I'm going to just jump into here for a minute, but the question that you may ask is, what can people do now? Number one, they can follow us on our website, which is patf-hoco.com. Check us out. We put updates periodically in terms of what's the current status in terms of the body-worn camera program. We're also planning 2 days of action later in the month on the 19th and 20th. And we will have a website or a link on our website for people to join that email campaign, and they can participate with us in urging Dr. Ball and the County Council to release the contingency funding and also put back the $1.7 million that Dr. Ball pulled out of the budget. And we are also going to have a variety of ongoing campaigns throughout the year. We're not going to forget that he did not keep his promise, and we will continue to ask him to keep his promise for the balance of this year. So stay tuned. We're going to have numerous different types of activities to make sure that this is front and center. We do not feel that Howard County, as wealthy as it is, should not have body cameras for its police officers. Secondly, as Harry said, this is low-hanging fruit. This is only the first step. The next step is we should have community involvement in terms of oversight, in terms of the police, accountability, in our community. And this is not about being unhappy with police. This is about just accountability. Police Chief Myers has been very supportive. She has supported body cameras for police officers in Howard County. The Sheriff's Department is very supportive, and quite frankly, they were surprised when Dr. Ball made this abrupt announcement on May 17th. I don't think they got a lot of notice as well. So I think both the law enforcement organizations and the community are extremely disappointed with this abrupt, um, it's hard to explain, hard to understand action that Dr. Ball made. But we're hoping that he's going to make this right, come up with the funding, put the funding back in place so that we can implement this program as soon as possible and move on to other types of activities to make sure that the community is involved with police accountability in our community.